Yeah. Yeah, good evening everyone. So before I start, can anyone please confirm whether my voice is clear, whether my screen is visible or not?
Yes, sir. Good evening, sir. We are able to listen you.
Please be in mute. I'm getting sounds from someone. Okay. Fine. So in the last class, just I was discussing like the fault tolerance mechanism. Fault tolerance. Replication of replication means duplication. Default number of replications in Hadoop is 3. Okay. f1.txt. The size is, think that 192 MB. Is my voice audible or not? Can anyone please confirm?
Sir,
Yes,
audible.
audible.
Okay. Number of blocks equal to 192 by 64. Default block size. 3 blocks, right? 3 blocks means in this manner. It is divided into 3. B1, B2, B3. Means replication means 3 times replicated, right? B1 by 3 times, B2 by 3 times, and B3 by 3 times. 3 times replicated. Totally 9 blocks. How these 9 blocks are going to be stored across the slaves? Master and slaves. Okay. Master, multiple slaves. S1, S2, S3. Data node 1, data node 2, data node 3. Slave 1, slave 2, slave 3. How this data is distributed means P1 here, B2 here, B3, B1, B3, B2, B3, B1, B2, B1, B2, B3, B1, B2, B3. Okay, the 9 blocks stored across the 3 slaves. Okay, name note here. Okay, f1.txt divided into B1, B2, B3. Where B1 stored in S1, S2, and S3. B2 also in S1, S2, and S3. B3 also in S1, S2, and S3. This is how this data distributed, how the replication, right? Data processing. Job to process f1.txt. Number of tasks. Number of unique blocks. Number of unique blocks. Number of tasks equal to number of unique blocks. How many blocks? How many unique blocks? Try to answer. 3, right? Not 9. 3 unique blocks. 9 means which includes duplicate blocks. 3 means 3 tasks, right? 3 tasks.
Yes.
T1, T2, T3. Job is to process f1.txt. So divided into 3 tasks, T1, T2, and T3. T1 is for executing. It's for executing B1 block. T2 is for executing B2. T3 is for executing B3. Yes. Okay. Who should execute this T1 task? I was saying, who can execute this T1 task? Which system or which slave can execute this T1 task? It's
S1.
for executing only S1 or any slave?
First.
Any slave.
Any slave.
S1 or S2 or S3. Because B1 block is present in all the 3, so all the 3 can be able to execute that B1 n number of records or data. Okay, B2 also, T2 task also can be executed by S1, S2, and S3. T3 also can be executed by S1, S2, and S3. Now, to execute T1 task, think that the master has selected S1 slave only. For T2, it has selected S2 only. For T3, it has selected S3 only. Assume that it has. Okay. Observe here. I got some couple of queries here. T1 task to be assigned to S1, T2 to S2, T3 to S3. So 3 tasks executed. T1, T2, T3 are executed by 3 slaves, S1, S2, S3 parallelly. T1, T2, T3, 3 tasks are executed by 3 slaves, S1, S2, S3 parallelly. Okay. If any slave goes down while processing the 3 tasks T1, T2, T3, if any slave S1, if any of the slave goes down, if any one of the slave goes down, then the task of the, then see these 2 things you can observe. Previously data lost and the job got failed, right? Task failed, job failed. But here, do you think the data got failed? Do you think the data is lost? Do you think here the data is lost? T2 task, slave to T2 task is for executing B2. Still that B2 available in other slaves, right? There is no data loss. Even though the slave is down, the slave, whatever data is there, that is available in other slaves also. And the T2 task can be assigned to any of the S1 or S3, which are available. That is one. So there is no data loss, there is no job failure. But here, to whom this T2 task need to be assigned? To whom? I got two queries here. T1 task to be is T1 task to execute T1 task. S1 can execute, S2 and S3 can execute. Why only? Why you are selecting S1 only? Why not S2 or S3? In what is the criteria followed in selecting the slaves here? What is the criteria followed here for executing this? Why this T1 task assigned to S1, why not to S2, S3? What criteria is followed? In what way the slave is going to get selected? What is the criteria? That is one. If any slave goes down, then the task of that slave, the T2 task to be assigned to T1 or T3, to which slave, S1 or S3, to which slave I need to assign the T2 task if the slave S2 gets failed. What is the criteria followed here? Okay, fine. So this process we call it as fault tolerance. Means if any, while processing multiple tasks, suddenly if any slave goes down, then that task is assigned to any of the available slaves. This process we call it as fault tolerance. Okay, observe. Slave 1 executing T1 task, slave 2 executing T2 task, slave 3 executing T3 task. Suddenly this slave down, then this T2 task to be assigned to whom? S1 or S3. So for that we have got 4 steps criteria. That is what? 4 steps criteria is there. Four steps criteria means first one, name node selects. Rest name node selects. The name node means master node selects. Slave which is highly configured. Name node selects the slave which is highly configured. So here, let me write the 4 steps criteria here one by one. Four steps criteria in selecting a slave. First one, name node selects the slave. Name node selects the slave which is highly configured. Which is highly configured. Name node selects the slave which is highly configured among S1 or S3. Among the available slaves. Name node selects the slave which is highly configured among the available slaves. Okay. S1 and S3, which one are highly configured among these two? If S1 is highly configured, then S1 gets selected. If S3 is highly, then S3 gets selected. But think that if both are equally configured, if both are highly configured, if both are equally configured, if both are equally configured, then name node selects the slave which is more ideal. Name node selects the slave which is more ideal. More ideal means among S1 and S3, which one is more ideal? Think that S1 executing 4 tasks, S3 executing only 1 task. To whom I need to assign? Yes. S1 executing 4 tasks, S3 executing only 1 task.
S3.
To S3, right?
S3.
S3.
So you cannot assign the same task again to S1 and burden it. So here name node selects the slave which is more ideal among S1 and S3. Okay. Next. Name node selects say for example, name node selects the slave which is more ideal. Think that both are ideal. If both are, assume if both the slaves are ideal, which is nearest to it. Name node selects the slave which is nearest to it. Means I was saying the cluster group of CPUs connected in a network. See that master node can be in one's country and the slave nodes can be in different countries, right? Otherwise, name node, the master node in one state, the slave nodes in different other states. Otherwise, all in a single city. Name node in one city, all the slave nodes in different cities. Think that all that master node and slave nodes are in a single place, in a single lab. Name node selects the slave which is named. Think that if all the slaves, if all the slaves are equally near, if all the slaves are equally near, then name node selects which has good health status, which has a good health status. Name node selects the state which has good health status among S1 and S3 which has got good health status. If both have got equally configured, doesn't mean that they have got same, both of them have got same health status. Think both are equally good. If both the slaves are have good health status, then uh, then then name node selects any slave randomly. Name node selects name node selects the slave which has good health status. If both the slaves have good health status, then name node selects any one slave randomly. Okay, in the extreme case, finally for name or select any one slave random. This is what the criteria followed. While see, I was just saying, right, if to execute T1 task, S1 can execute, S2 can execute, S3 can execute. What is the criteria followed? Which is highly configured, which has got good configuration, high configuration, that is given. Second one is which is more ideal among the three. Okay. The same criteria is followed for selecting this any one of the slave for executing the task 1, task 2, task 3. Here also the same criteria followed. For if any slave goes down, then the task need to be assigned which slave means the same criteria is followed. Okay. Now design principles with respect to replication. Design principles with respect to replication. Design principles with respect to replication. Replication is applicable. Replication is applicable only for data, but not for metadata. Replication is applicable only for data, but not for metadata. Replication is applicable only for data, but not for the metadata. Metadata means name node stores metadata, data about a data. So this replication can be applied. This replication is going to be applied only for data, not for the metadata within that name nodes. Okay, fine. Next. Replication is only for data nodes, slave nodes. Data nodes means slave nodes. Replication is applicable only for data nodes, but not for the master nodes. And here, observe here. All the same replicas. All the same replicas cannot be stored. All the same replicas cannot be stored. All the same replicas cannot be stored within the same slave. All the same replicas cannot be stored within the same slave. I'll come back to this. Number of replicas, number of applications, maximum number of applications. Maximum number of applications equal to number of slaves. For example, if you have got some important data, if you have got three systems, so if you can store in maximum 3 systems. Here also a maximum number of applications equal to, if you have got 10 slaves, 10, if you got 50 slaves, 50 slaves, 150 slaves, 150. Now all the same replicas cannot be stored within the same slave means. All the same replicas cannot be stored within the same slave means. Observe this diagram. Hmm. This is my master. These are my slaves. Okay. B1, 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 B2, 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 B3, B3, B3. Is this valid to store replications in this manner? See, S1, S2, S3. I'm storing all the if suddenly if this slave is down, is there data loss or not?
Yes,
Is
sir.
there any B2 data loss, right? B2 data are not available in other 3 slaves, other 2 slaves, sorry. There's a data. So all the same replicas cannot be stored in the same slave. So the different slaves one V1, B2, B3, B1, B2, B3, V1, B2, B3. Understood this point, everyone? All the same replicas. I want response from you. All the same replicas cannot be stored with the same slave. Yes, this kind of syntax is not, it's invalid. Okay. Next, configuring block size and replication. Next is what? Configuring. As I was saying, right, by default the number of replications are 3, but if I want to increase or decrease, I can increase or decrease, right? Even block size also by default 64 MB. By default I can configure and increase or decrease the block size also. Configuring block size and replication. Configuring block size and replication. So how to configure the block size and replication is, go to Hadoop installed directory. So go to Hadoop install directory. So Hadoop folder, Hadoop install directory, in that etc folder, in that conf folder, hdfs-site.xml. hdfs-site.xml file will be there. We need to open this file and configure it. hdfs-site.xml. Open this and write the following. We need to write an XML format. XML, see, tags. This configuration, property, name, configuration, property, name, dfs.block.size, /name. Sorry. dfs.block.size /name / and value. What is the block size you want? For example, 50 MB I want, 100 MB you want, 50 M you need to say for 50 MB /value /property, name dfs.block.size, name equal to 50 M. Next, one more property. dfs.replication. For or two, how many replications you want? See here, two properties I'm setting. dfs property name, what is the name and what is the value. Yes, Nitish Chaudhary, yes, you can make how much you want, 100 MB, 200 MB, 500 MB. I can keep my own block size and replications. We can keep our own block size and replication. This is what configuring the block size to our whatever wish we want, 50 MB or 100 MB or 200 MB. Yes. Close this configuration. Yeah, what one query? The query that you have asked. Configuring block size. Configuring block size as 50 MB or 500 MB, which is advantageous. What is your answer? Interview questions I'll be discussing as part of the topic only. Configuring block size as 50 MB or 500 MB, which is advantageous. Yes, I want quick responses from you, whether your answers are correct or wrong. Try to respond through voice. Configuring block size 50 MB is advantageous or 500 MB is advantageous?
50 MB is advantage.
50.
50 MB. Why not 500 MB? What is the drawback with 500 MB?
So if we configure block size with 500 MB, so for example, 500 MB file came from source, so one block is enough for that. So parallel processing won't happen. Within one slave, one block, it will go.
Yes, exactly. Same thing. For example, yes, exactly. And one more query. I will come back to that answer once again. But one more query you see. Configuring block size. Configuring block size as 5 MB or 50 MB, which is advantageous. Hmm.
Fifty.
50 only.
Configuring block size 5 MB or 50 MB, which is advantageous. Yes,
Yeah, in compared to both, 50 is advantage.
in both the cases.
Yeah, like in second, yeah, both cases.
What is the drawback of 5 MB? Then you will get more parallel processing, right? If 5 MB means.
Yeah, so if you create with 5 MB within one slave, there is a chance of multiple blocks because of block size is very less. So the slave is processing for one block, so it will wait for next block. So yeah, I'm thinking like that.
Yeah, yeah, it's fine. Any other answer? Anyone? Yes, your answer is correct. So here 5 MB or 50, in both the cases 50 MB only is advantageous. In the second case, okay, in the first case 500 MB, if you take 500 MB, I got a file f1.txt file. F1.txt file I have got. Okay. Think that it is 2 GB. Block size you are setting it as 500 MB, 500 MB. Yes. Number of blocks how many? 2 GB means how much? Number of blocks, how many?
5.
5 blocks will get, right? 5 blocks stored in 5 slaves. But if you keep 500 MB, if you keep block size 50 MB, here stored in 5 slaves. Here stored in how many slaves?
Around 50. It's 40, no,
40,
sir. 40.
40, right? Work done by 40 systems, work done by 5 systems, which will achieve more speed. Work done by 40 people, work done by 5 people, which will have more speed.
40 slaves.
This one 40 slaves work done. Even though I got 50 systems, only I'm making use of 5 slaves only, right? Think that you brought 50 slaves for the house construction. In that you have assigned only 5 laborers, remaining 45 are free. But in the second case, you have assigned task to 40 slaves. Which one will be completed faster? Which one is faster? This one, right? Second one. You are given only to 5 slaves, less parallel processing. Even though slaves are available, but still you are not assigning. Okay. In the second case, now try to say me. Understood everyone this one? If more blocks are there, less parallel processing. Think that only 1 GB. Think that only 1 GB instead of 1 GB means only 2 slaves. Only 2 or 3 slaves will be processing the data. Only 2. Here 20 slaves will be processing. Here 2 slaves, but here 20 slaves. Okay. In the case of second task, in the case of second one, configuring block size as 5 MB or 50 MB, which is advantageous means 5 MB. For example, if my block size is 5 MB means it is divided into smaller parts, smaller parts. So here, if you are taking the data is divided into very small parts, it is going to be divided and distributed across multiple slaves. Again, if you want to retrieve, so it is a time waste. For example, if it is a very small splitting, dividing, and storing across multiple slaves, the time taking. You are splitting and storing across multiple slaves, again retrieving from different. So time taking, right? If you keep 50 MB, it's fine. For example, if I got 100 MB 5, f1.txt 100 MB. f1.txt 100 MB, it is there. Okay. If it is 50 MB means how many? See here. If it is 50, block size is 50 MB. 2 blocks. How many blocks? 2 blocks. Stored in 2 slaves, S1 and S2, and processed pattern. But if the block size is 5 MB, block size is 5 MB. How many blocks? 20 blocks, right? 20 slaves, right? Which one is advantageous? Yes. Which one is advantageous? Everyone try to answer. I want the sessions to be much more interactive so that I can go much more actively. I want sound in that sessions. Yes. Yeah. Which one is advantageous? See, going with 20 slaves or going with 2 slaves? Keeping block size as 50 MB or 5 MB? Which one is?
Two
Yes.
slaves.
2 slaves or 20 slaves?
Two slaves.
Reason?
Because it's having a 50 MB size. It's not like more size. It's having a less
Already,
size like
yeah, already the file size is very small, 100 MB only. Again, you are dividing into 20 blocks, 20 parts, and storing across 20 slaves. Again, you are retrieving them whenever if you want to read it, again retrieving. Time waste matter, right? If you divide into 2 blocks, into 2 slaves you can store and you can retrieve, right? Already the file is very small, 100 MB. You are again divided into smaller parts, storing across. Time waste process. Okay, fine. Okay. So this is what design principles with respect to replication. What is the criteria to be followed while selecting a slave, configuring block size and replications, and which slave to for criteria in which slave selecting a slave, replication fault tolerance.
Sir, one question is like the block size. Is it possible to while we are fixing no like using the XML file? Is it possible to automatically finding the optimum size like no?
See, okay. I'll just come back. Before understanding that, first I need to ask. You will understand with this. Okay. You mean to say that instead of changing their optimizing file, new file. January 2021, I got a file f1.txt, size 192 MB, default block size 64 MB. February 2021, f2.txt, 150 MB. Default block size. In March 2021, I got f3.txt of size 300 MB. Default block size is 128 MB. Observe here, default block size changed from 64 to 128 in the month of March. In the month of March, I want to execute, I want to retrieve f1.txt. What is the default block size taken? Can you answer? In the month of March, I want to retrieve f1.txt.
It is 256 around 3 lakh 256 and the remaining 44. 128, 128, and 44.
No. My question is f3.txt to 300 MB. I want to retrieve f1 dot. I want to execute, not retrieve. I want to execute f1.txt or retrieve f1.txt. What is that? I want to execute f1.txt. What is the default block size taken? Will it take 64 MB or 128 MB?
120, whatever currently fixed.
Everyone, answer. 64, 128.
64
What is your answer?
And the current
128 MB.
time,
It takes 64 MB only, not 128 MB. It won't take 128 MB. It takes 64 MB because in the month of January already the file f1.txt is stored across the slaves. In March, you want to execute it means on which systems it is stored, that systems are going to get executed. Again, you are not going to divide and again store it right again.
oh,
Already in January, it got divided and stored across the slaves. Now in the month of March, I want to just execute it. To execute it, the data stored in which slaves, those slaves are going to run parallelly.
got it.
Okay, fine. Any queries in this, anyone? Understood this default block size and replications? Okay, so next class will be on Monday. Monday I'm going to discuss about the Hadoop architecture, storage architecture and processing architecture.
Tomorrow there will be
Hello, hi
class.
Saram.
Yeah, tomorrow Saturday there is no class and we'll meet on Monday again with a continuation. I'm going to discuss that architecture and
Monday
let's
at
change this.
same time.
Timing,
Okay, how many of you are okay? Anchal, what is this? Achal Sharma, right? Still anyone facing problem in this current timing? One is Achal and one more. Anyone there?
6 to 7 is fine also.
Same time is fine for me.
Same time is fine for me.
If I
So
change,
actually, I have office at this time, so it leads to conflict, and I get free at 7.
okay, you are Achal Sharma.
Yes.
Okay. So if everyone fine with if I change to 7 to 8, right?
No, sir.
Yes, sir.
We have 7:30.
Pardon?
6:30, is it okay if we go with 6:30?
Yes, yes, yes. Okay, sir. Comfortable.
Hello, hi sir.
Yeah. 1 second. 7 to 8, everyone fine, right? If it is changed to 7 to 8, try to confirm everyone. 7 to 8, is it fine for everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir. We are looking only 6 to 7.
Okay, you are looking for 6 to 7 only. Okay.
Yeah.
So just okay. For only Monday, you just go with the same timing. I'll just confirm you on Monday. Go with the same 6 to 7 only as of now. If it is
Sure, sir.
6:30, if it is 6:30, everyone fine, right?
Yeah, 6:30 is okay, sir.
For me, it
Everyone.
is 7.
For you, it is 7. Okay. Yeah, who is that? 7 Achal.
Yes, sir.
And 6:30, anyone, someone was saying, right?
Nitesh. I'm Nitesh.
Means you will be available after 6:30. Before 6:30, not possible for you.
No. 6 o'clock also is okay for me, but they are saying now like 7 o'clock. That's why I said 6:30 also okay.
Fine. Okay.
Actually, our office time is 6:30, 7 o'clock is the best time. So
7
we are
o'clock it is
working,
going.
we are stopping.
7 o'clock
6
you
to
are going.
7, 6 to 7.
No, I didn't get you.
Between 6 to 7, sir. I asked before the first stop, they confirmed the 6 to 7. Then I joined this.
Yeah. Fine. Not a problem. Okay, we'll go with okay. Monday also you will be with 6 to 7 timing only. Fine. Yeah, Achal Sharma we'll discuss once. Okay. So we'll go with the same timing as of now. Okay. Okay.
Sir, one more question actually I'm having regarding notes actually. How we will get it, sir? Whatever you are writing here.
Ma'am, from my side also, sir. Regarding notes, sir.
So 7 days has been already gone. We don't have even a single day notes also.
Videos you got, right? So once we are starting with the architecture, from the architecture onwards, I'll be providing.
Sir, and
Material, sir.
Pardon? From architecture onwards, I'm going to provide you. But actually, we are going to enter into the practical part from the next week onwards. So from there onwards, you'll be getting all these diagrams, everything. Are you taking running notes or not?
Not, sir.
No.
Monday onwards, follow the running notes, sir.
So one thing, okay, everything is practical oriented. There is nothing theory in this. Once again, I'm saying there is nothing theory in this, but only for your understanding, I'm sure I'll show you all these things practically again. How to configure the block size. Once we go into the software, I'm going to show you that practically. There won't be any theory at all, but theory, if it is there, means to understand the practical, first we'll discuss theory and go with the practical part.
Yes.
Not a worry, just I'll try to forward. Okay, but once we start with that, okay, one second here. Let me show you. One second, please be in mute. So topic wise, we'll be having notes, everything, not a problem. For example, I'll be giving this way: high 1, high 2, high 3, high 4, high 5, high 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12. If I'm discussing for 12 days, you'll be getting the files like this. Understanding? Notepad files. For example, pig. You'll be getting that pig introduction, commands, filter commands, everything. So that everything. But wherever you say, okay, one second, in a clear format, you'll be getting.
Okay, sir. I have an environment related query.
Yes.
Actually, my laptop has only 4 GB RAM. So if I want to installation Hadoop, so can we use for instance from AWS or any Azure
Why
cloud
can't
services?
you? No. Why can't you just extend your RAM? to at least
Uh,
6 or 8.
so
6 to 8.
mhm.
Other
So
you
right
need
now
to do.
it's a lockdown now, so we're not going. So the shops are closed in Maharashtra.
Okay. 4 GB means okay. We'll see. I'll just give you the software. If it is very slow, I'll just give you the solution, other solution. Fine. Once I'll demonstrate the software, if the software is working slowly or if it is not working, then I'll give you the other solutions for you. Okay.
Okay.
Fine. Not a problem. Okay. So Monday we will go with the same timing as of now, 6 to 7. Fine. I'm stopping here. We'll continue on Monday again.